So here's Launa and Colorado's been pulling a little bit, so Launa is going to be lunging him and working on getting him to stop, turn, and go the direction without pulling on the line and being nice and soft on the line. See right there, he kind of wants to pull a little bit. There we go, that's nice. It's being nice and soft now. Now she gave him a little correction right there. Just kind of pulled him in, stopped him when he started pulling too much. And she's keeping him out of her space and then inviting him to follow. But he needs to move when she moves. And there you go, he's starting to follow now. Oh, but he got a little correction right there because he wasn't paying attention. This is kind of like basic horsemanship or at halter or halter class. Now she corrected, he came back to her. Now she's going into some desensitization. Mostly just getting him to behave himself, because Colorado is a baby and doesn't necessarily like to behave himself all that well. That's the way it works. Alright, so what she's going to do is she's going to put the whole lunge line all the way over him, like kind of like two giant sets of reins. But he's got to get used to the lunge line going around him and him not doing anything until she wants him to do something. So it's desensitize and then sensitize. So what she's doing is she's just going to tie up the lunge line right there on the halter. And this is going to be kind of like giant reins. Okay, so now she's got him set up basically driving with just a halter and a lunge line. He's got to stop and stand there until she tells him to go. And she wants him to go forward and stay in between those reins. So she's keeping him straight, even though he really wants to not be straight. There we go. Now she's asking him to go forward. She's telling him stand, you know, that way he just stands there. So he knows to start learning how to ground tie, although his idea of standing there is really only about a minute or so before he gets bored and starts wandering off at this point. So that's why she's getting him to flex. There we go. And give. There we go. Flex and give with just a halter and a lunge line. You know, she's kind of slightly off. There you go. Now she's kind of getting a little bit closer behind him. See how he's rooting his nose and trying to really pull? That's when we change direction. There you go. What she's trying to do is just get him to be calm and relaxed and walk and not pull all the time like he really wants to. Now, I have never actually seen this method of ground driving just this way, and this really works well on a horse that wants to pull on the bit, or in this case, you could just fix it with a halter, just getting him to give and stand and behave themselves and flex. Basically nothing on. It's pretty awesome. And he really doesn't want to behave himself. It's kind of funny. Alright. Oh, that was the correction right there. See how he kind of got out of it? Now go back in. Okay, so now that Launa has worked him a little bit, kind of ground driving him just with the halter and a lunge line, now she's lunging him a little bit more to just get more respect out of him, that he's listening to her and doing what she wants him to do instead of what he wants to do, which is what colts pretty much like to do. There you go. Now he's moving off, and he's really not pulling on the handler anymore. He's being nice and soft. See that nice easy loop? Now he's gotten also to where he's bending a little bit more. See how she's running the lead rope, or I should say the lunge line, off the inside of that halter to kind of give him a little bit more bend. And as you can see, he's relaxing into it. Oh, there was a little bit of a clutch. There we go. Very nice. Now he's behaving himself a little bit better. Oops, that was a correction. He comes to her. There we go. Okay, now we're moving back towards using the driving lines again. Oops. Good. Now we're driving again, just off to the halter and the lunge line. Nope. Getting him to go straight in between the reins. Okay. There we go, getting him to straighten up and just stand. Oh, now he's got into that I want to pull. And there's the release right there. When he stands, he gets a release. Oops. He's trying to go forward. He's not gonna get to go anywhere. There, he gets his own release by standing within the confines of those reins, basically. So now he's figuring out, as long as he just stands there, behaves himself, he's not really going to have to do anything. It's his rest. There we go. Good. Oh. Good. There you go. Now she's asking with indirect pressure. So when she wants him to move right, she's actually going to touch the left side of the horse to push him over in that direction. Kind of give him a little jiggle. There we go. Now she's asking him to stop, and he has to stop within the confines of those reins and just relax. There we go. Now she's asking him to step. There we go. Get in the center. Stand. Stand means just stand there. Good. Now he's figuring it out. Now he's relaxing into it. Thank you so much for joining us on today's ride. And if you want to see more about Colorado, check out his playlist. And remember, if you haven't already, please subscribe.